Now we're gonna go on to our next loop. Okay, in the prior video we learned about the for next loop. Now we're looking at the do loop, and both are looping structure. This one is from the do loop is primarily to do something and loop it until you actually get to a certain point, and do it until a certain value is true, or do it until a certain value is a certain number. Okay, we're still looping. The keyword is loop. On the for next, we're looping as well, but here we're primarily doing loop until a certain value is until we encounter a certain value, and then stop the loop, end the loop. So here, for example, we have a do loop, and we have a counter integer. Okay, because I'm looping, and my value is not going to get above 25. So we have a do until loop here. So do until the counter is 25, and then here we have inside we're gonna increment the counter. Okay, so we're doing something until the counter is greater than 25, and then we're going to end the loop, stop the loop. Okay, so here we have, or let's say you could loop another example, another project I worked on. They were looping the value had to become, or do the loop until a value became a certain number, and then keep on looping and it would increment the other variables if each time the value was under a certain point. So we kept incrementing other values until that one actually became a certain number, and then we broke the loop, and then the other value would stay the same. So that was on it was quite a complicated deal, but so it was on there were a lot of calculations involved. It was an air conditioning issue, but so they had a lot of numbers involved. And if you use Excel, you may be in the engineering field. A lot of engineers are, so this may come in handy to you. It probably will do, but nevertheless, we're talking about do loops. Okay, so here I'm going to step through the code, and I'm going to press F8 to do it. Okay, so my workers are here. So right now it's 0. The ID counter is 0. So now it's still 0. Okay, now I want to increment the counter. So because I don't want to loop on this thing forever, I want to increment the counter. So do it until it's 25. So loop, now it's 1. Now it's 2. Now it's 3. Notice this, ID counter plus 1. So I'm incrementing the counter each time. Maybe you want to start out with 25. Okay, it's your choice. If you find a need, you're really incrementing it by 1. So we're just doing basic adding and subtracting here. Or basic addition, let's say, because that's more correct. Okay, do until ID counter is greater than 25. We're going to increment it again, and now it's 4. And process on, put a breakpoint at the very end sub just to see where the counter is right now. Oh, now it's 26, so we got out of the loop here because the counter made it 26. It satisfied our criteria for this. ID counter is now greater than 25. Okay, it's 26. So we're done. We are done. Okay, we're looking at now a different way to go by doing this. So look at the public. We're adding up the values in this particular column H, getting the total here. Now notice that. Let's see if you can see that on the screen here. At the bottom of your screen. Oh, at the bottom of your screen here. Okay, you see this total. Notice I want to right click here. get all these different things. Different quick sums, the quick access. I can get the min of that list. I get the sum. I like to use it just because it gives me a quick sum. Okay? That's not really a VBA thing, but that's an Excel trick. So the total of these numbers is going to be 306,875. Okay, what if I wanted to use VBA to total these numbers? Well, I could use the do loop structure to do it. Okay, so I'm going to first dimension a couple variables. int counter, I want to count my things. I want to use DBL total to store my result. Then I'm going to start at row 2. Okay, so I want to start at row 2. Do until worksheets, the worksheet. This is the name of the worksheet, sales compensation 2010 dot range H, and then we're looking at rows starting 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So we're at range 8 or column H. It's column H. And then if it's do until it's blank. Right? Do until it's blank. Which would be when it's verge blank would be this. Okay, so while this is while this is still something's in that particular column in that cell. Then I'm saying DBL total, my total, is going to be equal to whatever the total is at that time plus whatever's in column H on that row. Notice that number, that H is the same, and then my row is the same. So I'm just adding up whatever's in the cell, and then I'm saying, okay, increment the counter. Okay. So here I'm going to step through it by doing the F8. And the first number is going to be, right now my total is 0. And 90,000. So here, 90,000. And then my next item here, I hover over that thing. Let's see what it is right now. Well, it didn't show me, but I could go to that immediate pane and do it. Okay, so total is 90,000 plus whatever this value is. So 90,000 plus 52,500 is 142. As you can see, I'm incrementing still. Now 3, now it's on 6. Okay, because I did this 4, it's already on 4, but I started out with 2, so still good. Now I'm done. It's finally counted to blank, and then 306, 875 is my total. 306, 875 is the total. And then I'll just exit the sub. So that's how you get the total. And then if you want to write it, well, let's say I want to write the total. Let's see, if I want to write the total, that would be worksheets. Okay, worksheets. ID counter equals total sales equals. Then I'm going to use some of that concatenation that we talked about earlier in another video. Equals and DBL total. Okay, so bang, I press F5, and then there's my total sales equals 306,000. And really, I mean, I probably don't want it like this. I probably want total sales TRE and put 306,875. But this is just to see what we could do so far. Then if I wanted to format this, Okay. If I wanted to format a little bit, I could do a format. I use this format function, and then I can say, okay, I want to format this, and then I want to say VB currency, because I know VB currency is going to give me a dollar format. Notice it knows that name because they capitalize it by it's a type mismatch. So where's my counter right now? 6. Maybe it did start over. Let's see if it started. Oh. Did I do something with this? I need the counter. Well, let's see, what is the worksheet so far? Let me go ahead and do that. Oh, I know why. Because I have some here, so I'll take it out. It realized that I had some text here, so it didn't allow it. It said I have text there, so keep doing it. Now that didn't fit into the DBL number. Double data type. So anyway, that's where I came up with an error. Okay, for those of y'all who are trying to figure out what are you talking about? Okay, I had total sales in that particular cell, so it didn't. It said it's not blank. It's not blank, so count it, but I can't. It was kind of saying this. I can't fit your text into this double data type. Type of data is data type. I can't fit it into a double data type, so I can't do anything with it. So DBL total, it couldn't fit it, so it gave me an error. Okay, now I'm gonna run it. Now it went up to 6. Okay. This needs to be really a text value. So 6 is a VB currency. Let's see if I can do something different here. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Dollar sign and this and again. And now I did it. Okay. Well, I'm running all kinds of problems with this. Here's your result now. Bang. I do F5, and here's my result. 306, 875. Notice again, okay, I use the format function, but instead I use the VB currency, VBA didn't like that. I had to use the format, and the zeros mean they're required. 9s mean they're not required. So, and I don't want any pennies here, so I didn't put a decimal place and 00. Okay. Normally you would do put 99, just saying they're not really required there. So I want my format this number as this. Okay. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.